Hi everybody. So again for my daily doll vlog. Today I want to talk about a subject a couple subjects. First one I want to talk about is dating and being a doll collector. I don't know how many of my viewers are male, female, gay, straight. It doesn't matter. But for me, this is kind of the experience I have gone through. Normally, not right off the bat, when I'm talking to someone, I don't immediately throw out there, by the way, I collect dolls. I talk to them for a bit, warm up to them, like you normally would, like anybody would. And then they're like, oh, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? And I'll tell them, well, I collect and restore dolls and toys. And they're like, the initial, everything's going good, and you say that, and the initial look goes from, oh, okay. And they immediately go to, oh, so you have like a bunch of like old porcelain dolls sitting around? No. Or do you have a whole bunch of Barbies sitting around? And is everything in your house pink? No. Then I have to go into the explanation. After I tell them no to the two dolls that they can think of, Barbie and antique porcelain dolls, and I'll tell them no, I collect other dolls. I collect, Monster High. I do have a few Barbies, and then my main thing is I collect these dolls called ball joint dolls. And then they're just like, okay, well, what's that? And then I have to go into the whole, story of ball joint dolls, and then they're like, oh, okay, so they're like anime action figures. That's the best way most people can understand it. And I just go, yes, in a way. I said, except you can change out their wigs, their eyes, and body parts, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, okay, cool. And they're cool with it at that point. And then it comes around to the time of where you're hanging out, it's been a couple dates maybe, or you're having dinner at your house, and they're like, oh, well, can I see your collection? And for me anyway, it's usually like, okay. And I'm immediately mentally preparing for them to be like, all right, this is no longer suitable, this guy is just nuts, because that's the common thing for me. The first thing they do when they see the collection is, oh, wow, okay, have you seen the movie Child's Play? Yeah, I have. It's one of my favorites. And then, oh, haha, are these dolls gonna are you afraid these dolls are gonna come to life and kill you at night? No, because they're my dolls and I take care of them. Oh, are they gonna kill me? Ha 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 ha. Nervous laughter usually. And I'm just, because I'm kind of a sick bastard, I just go, well, not unless I tell them to. And they're just like, okay, ha. Very, very rarely will someone see him and go, oh, that's so awesome. It happens, but not very often. And, if they're non-collectors, the first thing they do is they go over and like, oh, what's this? How do you play with it? And this guy, I don't have to worry. He's like whoever his previous owner was, they have him strung tight, and he's suede. He is stable. But the other ones, and I'm just like, I'm like, no. I'm like, what? And then, as they're holding them, like, yeah, that particular doll there, full set, I don't tell them it's a full set, but I'm like, that doll there, a full set's like $1,000+. And I usually get the whole, you paid $1,000 for a doll. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, didn't you just finish telling me that you spent like $2,800 on a pair of shoes? I'm like, that you wear on your feet and you walk around on, and they're eventually gonna get worn out and fall apart. And, well, that's different. These are luxury items. okay. It's a conversation that I've actually had. I went out on a date, and the person had just spent an hour telling me about these shoes that were $2,800 that he drove from our town, which is Modesto, California, all the way down to LA. And that is about a 5-hour drive. He drove all the way there to buy a pair of Kanye West douchebag shoes. Paid $2,800 for them. And I looked them up. They weren't, I don't even think they cost that much, but he bought them second market. He was so jazzed. He was so worried about, he wasn't going to go out on the date if there was rain, humidity, grass involved in any way, shape, or form, mud, dirt. I'm like, so basically you want to be able to walk on a cloud surrounded by a force field. And he's like, well, these are collector items. I'm like, so are these. So we had to have a big discussion about that. I don't know if you guys out there in YouTube world has had the same kind of situation of, people not accepting your dolls. I have. So that's the first thing. I just had to bring that up because I was talking about it with a friend of mine, with a couple online friends of mine the last few days, about the doll world and the dating world and how it doesn't mesh. And my dream is to find that certain particular guy out there who I can have a relationship and a doll collection with. Ideally, he'll have his own doll collection and I'll have mine. I really, really want that one. So, who's to say I don't have that now? I'm not going to get that personal, but, you never know. So, anywho, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I would like to get people who are near or around the area or anywhere in Northern California. Please, if you're in Northern California and you're willing to have a hangout, I'm looking for people who want to hang out in Northern California. Come to my house, or we'll meet at the pizza place across the street, and we will have a good old-fashioned doll meetup. You can bring your ball joint dolls, you can bring your Monster High, you can bring whatever dolls you like, but bring whatever dolls you like, and let's just hang out and have a doll day for us and our new friends. If you're anywhere near here, I would love to set this up. I don't have anything set in stone yet, but I want to do this. I really, really want to do this. I think the doll community needs it. I want to have a hangout that's no hate, no bullying, no judging. I mean, I know everybody judges everybody at all points in time during the day. You do it in your head, but don't do it out loud. If we're having a hangout, if you don't like someone's doll, just go, "Oh, that's a beautiful doll. Cool." If you don't like it, walk away. I want it to be cool, open, loving, and just awesome. If that sounds good, and you're here anywhere and you want to have a hangout, let me know. I'm willing to host it. I think it'll be great fun. And who doesn't need more doll friends? I know I could use them. So anyway, thank you guys.